Okay, we're live now. How are you doing, Anthony?
I'm doing very well. And you, Thiago?
I'm doing fine now that I have my Samsung camera. So,
Yes, and I have mine too. I just happened to get mine by luck. You had to do it the old-fashioned way. I had to get mine by luck.
you listen. How was that? I want. Can you please explain how was your how did you get that?
Well, a friend of mine notified me that Samsung was going to do a special promotion in New York City, which I live about an hour from, called Ditch the DSLR. And with that, you had to bring in a working DSLR body with a lens on it, and the battery had to be charged up. And if you were one of the lucky, originally it was only supposed to be 250, it went up to 300. If you were one of the lucky 300 that made it there and had one of those, they gave you a brand new Samsung NX30 camera. Well, I got up very early that morning. I stood online for 7 hours, and I got it. And I got it.
Oh, congratulations, man! That must be it must be like yeah, hard work and then having something in return like that, huh? Must be
Oh
amazing.
yeah.
7 hours. Wow.
But to be honest with you, after starting to play with it, it was worth the 7 hour wait. I've been enjoying it on the various test shoots I've been doing. So I definitely say the 7 hours was time well spent getting it. And
Nice. Nice. What camera did you give away?
I gave away an old Nikon D40X that I've had for about 7 or 8 years. Market value was next to nothing on it. You know, when you have free focus points on it, things like that. It's not really something that's that useful nowadays. And when
Okay.
I got this, wow,
Yeah, that's nice, isn't it?
I love it. It had things that I didn't even think were going to be on it.
Listen, before we get to the camera, why do you think Samsung did this? I mean, do you think it was, I mean, apart, of course, from the publicity, what did they do with all those old cameras?
Uh, I'm hoping with the old cameras that they sent them to someplace like KEH in Atlanta, which recycles cameras and sells them very inexpensively. Uh, they buy old cameras and lenses, and if not, I have no idea. It'd be a shame if they destroyed them, but hard to say.
Because in YouTube, I saw a couple of videos of very good cameras actually that the people were giving away. I mean, old, but good
Oh
cameras.
yes, yes, I saw numerous Canons and Nikons, of course. Uh, but I saw like a Canon 5D Mark, the original 5D, and I'm like, wow, you're giving that away?
Yeah, crazy, huh?
You know, you're talking about giving away a full frame Canon. Okay, yes, it's 3 models ago or something like that, but it's still, it has some market value to it.
Yeah, of course. Well, it was a long day, I guess, but I did see a couple of videos, like I told you before, and a lot of people showed up for that.
Oh, it was swamped. I arrived at Grand Central Station, took the shuttle over to Times Square, and I was there a little after 6:30 in the morning. Now, mind you, they didn't start this promotion until roughly 1 o'clock or so, and we are talking. There was a crowd that they had to shut the line off.
Wow.
A lot of people wanted this. But answering your question, why they did it, apparently Samsung is very well known for their cameras in Europe and in Asia, but not in North America. And they really want to get into the market here in North America. And what better way than to give a number of these cameras away and then get the feedback rolling through social media and whatever, and have people start asking about it. And
Yes, it is true. I haven't had any like big information on the web. Where usually us photographers go on Samsung cameras. That is true.
It is, and I know I never heard of really Samsung cameras up until a few months back, about 5, 6 months back, where this one friend had switched from Micro Four Thirds over to Samsung, and I wished her well. But I was just curious. Okay, what's so good about this camera? And she posted very, very nice images, you know, commercial grade images that you can use from publication and art and whatever. And I said, that'd be nice, but I'm not going to go out and spend $1,000 to get a new camera. Right?
Of course, of course.
And when this opportunity came up, I said, okay, let's try it. And everybody was saying, nah, they'll only give a few away. I read and I said, I have a good chance. Let me try it. Let me get this camera. And I've been out 3 times on 3 different test shoots. The last one actually was a shoot I had to do for a book cover.
Oh, good.
And very minimal post-processing time. I mean, literally 5 minutes. Submitted 2 of the images up to the publisher. They were accepted overnight, and it'll be the book cover on the book that's coming out in September. So the images.
Good. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. But it shows this thing has great potential.
It does. It does. And before getting again to the camera, let me say something I didn't know also about Samsung is that they are now. I think it's a new car. They're making cars with an alliance with Renault.
Yeah.
Did you know about this?
I just read about that recently.
So it is like a big company that not only does the screens that we are used to and see on everywhere. They also do, of course, the laptops, the watches, the cameras, the cars. I mean, they're everywhere. And like I told you, air conditioners, refrigerators. I mean, they're doing basically everything you need.
That they are. They're like Hyundai does the same thing. They do a lot of different things. They're not in cameras yet, but they're getting there.
Yes. No, I understand. So let's talk about the camera. And there are a couple of things that I want to first to talk about. I shoot everything in manual. You actually you use manual?
I use manual and I use aperture priority, depending on what's being shot. Certain things I can get away with aperture, but they're like the book cover. I had to switch to manual for everything.
Okay, but there's something. I mean, I haven't even read the quick guide, so bear with me if I'm asking like dumb questions or something like that. But just on the first glance, right now I'm viewing the LCD. Okay.
Right.
And as you see, it's bright. Okay.
Right.
So now I'm focusing, and when I shoot. What I have on the LCD, it's not exactly as I saw first on the viewfinder, or as I saw first on the. Why is that? Am I getting something?
You're going to have to readjust your LCD. In your menu, there should be a setting on your brightness of your LCD, and I would cut it down.
Oh, it's the brightness.
Yeah, your brightness is probably up too high on that right now. So you have to go into your menu, and it's probably under camera settings, LCD display, and you can bring it down 1 or 2 notches, and then try it again from there. That's why I do a number of test shoots, only because I have to make the adjustments for my own eyes and things like that.
No, yes, for the eyes I did, but then again, like I said, I haven't even read the thing, so I'll get back to that. So let me start asking questions like, have you tried the Wi-Fi transfer?
Yes, works very well.
And does that also transfer video?
I haven't tried video yet on this.
But I imagine it does.
I believe it does. There are 5 or 6 different things it says right on when the app comes up. Generally, I go right into View and to do my settings and adjustments. Last shoot I did, I actually did all my focusing and capture straight from the tablet.
Wow, good.
Because I had to play my own assistant and be holding a reflector to cut back on some light and stuff like that. And the only way I could do that was move around and have to control it from the tablet. So
How
it was.
cool is that?
I love it.
what tablet do you have?
I was using just an Android tablet for that one, but I have an iPad Mini also, and which is more sensitive than the Android tablet. The Android tablet's an older one, but that was the first time I tried it to connect on it. It was very simple, no special passwords or anything like that. Just had to have both on and tell them to connect, and they connected right up.
Nice. So everything was smooth.
Yes. Yes.
Does this want to make you? I mean, do you carry a phone?
Yes, I do. I have a phone app. I don't know if I downloaded the app onto my phone yet, but I like the work from the tablets only because I don't want to go and keep a small screen sometimes. I want a large screen, and this I can actually zoom in right on the tablet. I can do just about everything I do on the LCD, I can do on the tablet. So
yes, because that was again one of my questions is that I mean if this camera is going to make like a very significant change in the way I take pictures, it would be smart also to have the phone, but definitely you advise to have the tablet.
I like the tablet. Yes, if it's only the camera, myself, and my phone, yes, I would make sure I have the app on that I can do something from there, at least transfer the photos, which it does, or capture video, something like that. But when I'm set up, the camera's set up on a tripod, I have everything set up, and I just have to move around with a reflector to cut back on that light just a little bit, or bring up the light, whichever the case may be. I can have the tablet in my hand and just say, got it, click, right there.
Oh, that's so nice. Great, 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 great. I want to do that. And but again, like I told you, I mean, here in the Dominican Republic, I imagine elsewhere on in the internet, a lot of people used to make fun of how big the Samsung phones were.
Oh yeah.
Which I didn't understand at the time. I mean, they're getting bigger and bigger, and the iPhone is getting smaller and smaller. But now I do get it. If you're going to use something like this camera, it does make sense to have a bigger phone if you don't own a tablet, or if you basically don't want to buy the tablet.
Yes, it just helps. You don't want something smaller than your LCD to be working off of, especially if you have to play your own assistant. Don't tell your assistant I said that, by the way.
Exactly, exactly. Yeah.
But
listen, anything that you want to say about the camera, like special drawbacks, or on the contrary, like a special thing you actually find it very helpful?
I like the fully articulating LCD screen. I love that I can maneuver that screen around, and while I'm working, just have it that I can twist, tilt, move it. Love that. Okay, that in itself is fine. But I also like this eyepiece.
Yeah, that's so cool, huh?
I love that. The touch screen. You don't have to fiddle into your menu all the time. You can just call up your menu straight from your screen right there. You can review without doing. It's like having a phone in the camera without the, of course, the telephone part of it. I'm sure someone will invent that soon enough.
Yeah, it is helpful. That I have to really get. I mean, this camera is actually going to make me feel up to date. on cameras because, like I told you before, I have the Nikon D3, and
Yes.
of course it doesn't even have video capability. And with the Sony NX30 that I still have, I was planning on selling it, but I actually don't know if I'm going to sell it. It does have the tilt up screen.
Yes.
But it doesn't have the touch menu. So this is very user friendly.
Oh, this I love the touch screen on. I only have one other camera that has a touch screen that is this responsive, and I like it. Another thing I like is it's so lightweight. It's solid, but it's lightweight. I love it. So
Exactly.
you don't
Go
feel
ahead.
like you're carrying around a brick with you, and that's what it feels like sometimes. I'm sure that D3, you put it on your neck or your shoulder or your backpack or your bag, you feel it's in there.
Oh yes. And and the lenses also. The lenses are very heavy. I mean, I own I think I own like two Nikon lenses, but the main one I use is a 12 to 24
Oh
Sigma,
my.
and that is very heavy. And with the body, it's heavy. It's very heavy, and it is. I'm always constantly when I use an assistant, I'm constantly giving it to the assistant because I don't like using a strap because
Yeah.
it's not. I don't know. I have never used it. I only use it like when I go out and take like photographies from a skyscraper or when before the drone area when I used to take pictures from the helicopter.
Yes. Yeah, so you make sure it's going to stay with you. Uh, you asked drawbacks.
Yes.
Uh, I only can see one right now, and with the Nikon you were mentioning, yes, you have a Sigma lens, and you have Nikon lens, and you probably can get Tamron lenses for it, and probably adaptive Voigtlander. Without an adapter, you are stuck buying Samsung lenses, which is not too bad. They're relatively inexpensive. I just told you before we went on air, I got one at a very good price.
Yes.
Hopefully soon, third party will start making lenses, but you can buy an adapter for as cheap as what, $20 or $30, and but you were asking about an adapter, and I found you one, and I forgot how much it was for the NX30, and you can adapt your Nikon lenses on it or your Canon lenses, whatever lenses you can put right on it.
Exactly. Actually I was looking at that this morning. I think it was the one you sent me. I think it's in B&H, right?
I believe it was. I forget the link. I'll have to look it up. But I sent you something on it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's somewhere around $24. I think it was.
Which is not anything to break your bank.
Exactly. No, it's very good. I like. At this point, actually, I've been loving everything. I haven't seen like a drawback still, and I'm just eager to use it. I'm gonna use it in a couple minutes now. I'm leaving tomorrow again for work. I'm gonna take it. I still, of course, since I don't understand it quite well, I'm not gonna use it.
Right.
But I'm certainly going to try and get familiar with it.
Good. Oh, one thing I found out, you can use third-party batteries in here.
Oh, cool.
I went in for $20, bought, and that was with shipping and taxes and everything else. And I got myself a spare battery for this because I believe in always having more than one battery, just in case.
Okay, but how is the battery time? Is that good?
It's been very good. The only thing that will kill the battery life on it is the Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
Okay, because the camera is transmitting all the time when you have it on. But still, I did 1 hour. I think I used about 20% of the battery.
Okay. Actually, you know what? I am now that you tell me, I have the cable here.
Yep. The adapter, yes.
I think that is it. I think it's weird that you only can charge this camera when it comes in the box with you connect it to a computer, not actually an outlet.
Right. That's what I thought initially, and I had to read, and they said, nope, the adapter and the cable charge the battery. It's the second one. It's the lower one on this side.
Which one? Let me see again.
Hold on, I'm going to pop it open. If you give me a moment, it figures.
Oh, it's on the right-hand side?
On the right-hand side, the lower one, if you plug it in, okay, and you plug it into the wall, in the back here, you'll see either an orange or a green light come on. A little tiny diode will come on, and that's how you charge. And when it
so you can charge with this?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay. I thought you can only use the USB.
No, you plug the USB right into that thing, and you plug it right into the wall, and it charges right in camera.
Okay, I understand now. Well, okay. That's good for you know.
The one battery, yes, I know.
No, I was gonna say because here I don't know if you know this, Anthony. The electricity power is so bad here in the Dominican Republic. It goes up and down, and we have blackouts like 3 times a day, and it's like the worst. So I'll probably do this, but with a UPS, which I have connected to the computer, and right. It does have outlets outside. I think that's very safe to use it for. I'm not going to use it directly to the electricity because it just it's too risky. It's brand new, and I don't want to risk it. But yes, I think that will be the only weird thing. I don't know if it's a drawback, but I do know, and I think you did send me the link again to the I think it's B&H.
Right.
They are making, but it's not on. They don't have it on available, but they do have a charger, a battery charger.
Right.
Like a normal battery charger, as we know it.
Yes, and I'm going to get myself one because I can't just rely on charging in camera, and I like to have at least 2 batteries with me all the time. Mm-hmm. It's just, I feel safe that way. So this way, if something, I use it too long, or I have the Wi-Fi on too long and I forget about it, I always have a backup battery on there. And with the gear I shoot with all the time, with Micro Four Thirds, I have 3-4 batteries with me. So this way I know I'm covered for a day's shoot and not have to worry. From what I read on the battery life, you should be able to get anywhere, depending on the size of the image and your, how you're shooting, anywhere from 300 to 400 images with no problem on a single battery charge.
Cool, that's good.
Yeah.
That is nice. Okay. Anything else? I think I mean comparing this menu to the NX7, this is so easy. I mean the NX7, it's just ridiculously. I mean you have to go like to many sub menus to find out something, and this is very, very user friendly.
It is, and the thing is, if you push a button and you're not quite sure, you hit it, the question mark, and it tells you exactly what it is, what you're setting, and so forth, which I like. I haven't tested for any using it on triggers, the flash triggers. I do. You have your Nuo. I do have one Pocket Wizard right now, and I have a couple inexpensive triggers I got on Kickstarter coming.
Cool.
That are probably maybe an inch by an inch by about
that's small.
They're very, very small, but they're made just for mirrorless cameras. And I picked them up for like $35 or $40, so they're going to be very inexpensive when they come out. And the cameras like this will love them.
I didn't know about those. I'm writing it down.
Yeah, it's called FlashQ. When we go off air, I'll look it up and I'll send you the link to it.
Okay.
Okay. And
it's good to know. It's good to know. I did try the Yongnuo Nikon trigger, but it doesn't work.
Yeah.
And I wrote to Yongnuo, and I have an answer back. I haven't read it, but I'm guessing they do have a Samsung Yongnuo trigger, but I haven't seen any NX30. But they are asking me what kind of camera do I have, so I'm waiting on them for that.
If they don't have an NX30, tell them NX20. It's the same hot shoe. So
Okay. So it'll probably work. Yeah.
right.
And what else? Nothing. I did try a little bit of movie, a video. I have a slider, so I did try that. But
Right.
then again, something that I have to go in and see a little bit more. When I use the Sony NX7 and
Right.
I'm making a movie or I'm making a picture, if I turn on if I push the aperture or the velocity up and down, I can see the changes on live on the screen, and
Mm.
with this I cannot. It might be my error.
Yeah, I haven't shot any videos, so I can't tell you. I know that when I was doing the Wi-Fi tethering the other day with it, it took a few seconds for it to respond via the signal on Wi-Fi, but I thought it was just because of the back and forth on it.
Okay. No, but what I mean is when you're taking
Yeah,
pictures
yeah,
with the screen on, do
yeah.
you see the changes that you're making on the aperture in the screen?
Uh, yes, I have seen it, so it must be a setting that you haven't enabled there. Generally, I enable things, and then I start turning them off.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll look into that. And before we leave, how was the Adorama thing? I know you were there.
oh, I loved it. That's where I did the first test shoot with
Exactly.
it. And one of the photos I just took as a test shoot, I put up on 500px, and it zoomed to the popular category in an hour, and I was shocked at that.
Wow.
But hey, I said, hey, if a Samsung camera can do that, you have my attention now. You really have
Exactly.
my attention. And no, so I enjoyed it. I'm trying to think. There was something else I wanted to say, and I can't think of it right off the bat. But no, the Adorama thing was very, very good. And walked around just taking, regular street photos and things like that. And I came back, and the processing time was minimal. Oh, how did you like that little gift that came in the camera box with this? The
Oh,
Lightroom.
the Lightroom. Yeah, we haven't talked about that. The Lightroom. It does come with the Lightroom. I'm eager to install it also. And I don't know if there's going to be a problem because I have the Lightroom 4. I guess
No.
I should. No? Okay.
No, what it'll do is it'll ask you to upgrade your library from 4 to 5, but that's your license. That's your license number. So you just got, I don't know what Lightroom's going right now. I know it's about $150
Uh-huh.
in the state. So you just got a free Lightroom 5 license.
Exactly. How cool is this?
Okay, so that comes instead of the, excuse me, the cheap camera software they always give you, silky pics or whatever Nikon gives you or whatever.
Yeah, which no one uses actually.
No one uses this. Lightroom people use.
Exactly. No, it's for me. Lightroom has changed the way I edit pictures. Of course, it does cuts by a large amount of time the way I edit. Right now, I was yesterday a whole day shooting in on the second biggest city here in the Dominican Republic, which is Santiago. It's about 2 hours away from where I live.
Right.
And I got back yesterday, so now I'm gonna process all those about 2,000 pictures, and I'm gonna send it to the clients right away on low res. Which, I mean, by picking the right pictures and doing a quick, adjustments on Lightroom, it's very easily, and I can probably do this in about an hour or less.
Oh yes. No, you'll like it with Lightroom 5. It took a little adjustment for me, and it was just a very little adjustment. But I like the tools that come in it, and now you're up to Lightroom 5.5, so this should be it should be fun. It really should be fun.
Cool. I'm eager to use it all. So I guess the next time we see each other, we talk to each other on the Hangouts. I'm hoping to know a little bit better, and to have a little bit more info on this camera. You can do probably one last hangout on this camera.
Sure. We'll both have some time under our belt. I've only had mine a few weeks. You only had yours less than a week, so we should know a lot more by the time we get back on in a couple more weeks.
Cool. Yes, and by the way, I did buy the, you know, remember we did a review on the things that you could use with the mirrorless cameras, and I did buy the Ravelli tripod, which is fold. And let me say that for $40, it is a good tripod.
Good, good. I'm glad it works out for you. Good.
It is a tripod. I even shot the last video I have on my Facebook business page. I shot that with this tripod and with a slider in on top of the tripod, and it's a big slider, and it holds up very good. It is hard to move the legs. I'm not going to deny that, but for $40, I'm keeping that. I'm keeping it.
You can live with it.
Yeah. Well, you know, it's something that, you know, it's not like a big problem. It does hold, and it actually gets way much higher than my professional tripod. So I can even use it with the other camera. If I want. Of course, I'm not thinking of using that, but I could if I wanted to. So for the people that saw the other video, and we talked about the Ravelli tripod, and we also talked about the Mi Photo, right?
Yes.
Which you have. Yep. So those are two great options.
I'm glad it worked out for you. Because I knew nothing about it, but you had found it, so I'm glad it worked.
Yes, it did. So nothing, Anthony. Thank you so much again for your time.
Well, thank you. It was fun doing this, and we'll get together in a couple of weeks after we get a little bit more time. I'll tell you one project I got coming up on this camera is in a few days we have our Independence Day, and I'm going to take it and I'm going to try capturing fireworks with it.
Great. Oh, I want to see those.
Okay, I want to do both stills and I want to do video. So, and I'm set up right across from the Military Academy for the United States. Wow. So they do a wonderful fireworks show, and I want to use this camera to test it out at nighttime photos.
Nice. I want to see those. And how the high ISO holds up too.
Okay, we'll do. So I'll be in touch with you probably towards the end of the week about that. And again, good luck and congratulations on your new NX30. Okay?
Thank you, and the same to you. Good luck.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. Bye.